All right, we're at day 5 of our series on the 12 days of chiropractic. Today we're going to mix things up a little bit, and I want to talk to you about your families and your kids. Because just as we're facing stresses and looking at our own stresses, it's important that when you look at your family, you help them make the right decisions too. Because our kids, they face more stresses than we did when we were growing up. And it's important to identify those stresses and look at their health and how it relates to not only their overall health, but their health with their nervous system. And if they're coming into our office here, it's important that we maintain their adjustments just like we're maintaining ours. So we want to look at some of the different stresses and the different things that affect them. We talked about the 3 different types of stresses: the physical stresses, the emotional, and the chemical that face us as adults. Kids face the same stresses. We just don't identify them because they're not facing us. So when we're talking about physical stresses with kids, have you ever watched 2 kids play? They're wrestling, they're roughhousing all over the place, especially during the holidays. They're all excited, jumping off everything, loaded full of sugar. It's important to identify those stresses and make sure if things happen, get them checked. Watch how much they're sitting, watch how much they're playing video games, watch how much they're watching TV. Get them out there, get them active, because that's what they were designed to do. That's what we did when we were growing up. We didn't have cell phones and video games. We were out moving around. Get them active, get them moving around. I know when it's cold outside, it's easy to just sit in front of the TV and it is hard to get out there, but make sure you're moving around. Get them active, take them to do things, because that's very important as they're developing. The second thing, watch those big traumas. Kids are going to roughhouse, they're going to fall. If they're learning how to walk, they fall down over and over and over again. Get their spine checked. Don't wait and let a problem build up. They fall, bring them in, get them checked. We'll do that for you. If there's not a problem, we're not going to adjust them, but we want to make sure we catch those things early on so they don't build up into the problems that you're facing now. We want to catch things earlier on. And also watch those chemical stresses with kids. I know they love sugar. They are addicted to sugar and processed foods and different things. Make sure you set limits. Make sure you set boundaries, because that's going to become what their cells and their body's made up of as they're developing. Make sure it's built on a good solid foundation. Put the right types of things in their body, because that's going to play a big impact growing up. So I just wanted to take some time, make sure to take a look at your family too, because we're not just interested in you and your health. We are, but we also are interested in the health of your family. We want to grow healthy families because we want to impact a community. We want to grow up and build a healthy community, and that starts with the foundation of the children in our community. So we want to take a look at some of the stresses that they're facing, because it's becoming more and more each day. It's way beyond what we faced when we were growing up. So it's important that not only do they limit their stresses, that they have healthy nervous systems, because that's what's going to control their entire lives as they're developing and as they're growing up from birth to death. So we want to take a close look at that too. So take a look at some of the decisions you're making. Take a look at the decisions your family's making. Put health as a priority, and we're here to help along the way. If there's anything we can do to help you, give us a call, shoot us an email. We'll be glad to help. We look forward to talking to you tomorrow. We're going to talk about exercising, some of the positive physical activities that we can do. So I will see you tomorrow.